My sister is using our dead mom's recipes to start a business and didn't tell the family. Mom died 3 years ago. Lung cancer. She fought it for 14 months. The whole family was at her bedside when she went. She was 64. She made the best food on the planet, and now she's gone, and her recipes are the only thing left of her cooking. Mom kept a recipe box. A real one. Wooden. Hand-painted by my dad in 1987. Inside were 300 plus index cards, each one in her handwriting. Her grandmother's lasagna. Her mother's apple pie. Her own original sauces, marinades, breads, and one mysterious recipe titled, "Do not make this ever," that we still don't understand. Mom said, "If I die, the box goes to whichever one of you actually cooks." That was Sarah, my older sister. The one who used to call Mom every Sunday for cooking help. The recipe box went to Sarah at the funeral. Nobody contested it. She earned it. Sarah was supposed to be the family cook. The one who'd carry Mom's food forward. Make the lasagna at Christmas. Bring the apple pie to Thanksgiving. Keep Mom alive through what she taught us. That was the deal. That was the unspoken family contract. For 3 years, Sarah didn't make any of it. Not the lasagna, not the pie, nothing. Every Christmas I'd ask, "Are you bringing Mom's lasagna?" She'd say, "I don't have time this year." Every Thanksgiving I'd ask, "What about the apple pie?" She'd say, "I'll bring something else." She brought a store-bought cheesecake last Thanksgiving from Costco while holding Mom's recipe box hostage in her apartment. I assumed she was grieving, that cooking Mom's food was too painful. That was the kind explanation. The brother explanation. The "she's hurting too" explanation. Last month, I'm at a farmer's market 2 towns over. Random Saturday. I'm walking around looking for tomatoes. Then I see a tent. Big sign. Carla's Kitchen. Authentic family recipes. Carla was my mom's name. I walk closer. There's a woman in an apron handing out samples. Lasagna. Apple pie. The exact pie Mom used to make. Same crust pattern. Same crumble topping. I take a bite. It's Mom's recipe. Down to the cinnamon ratio. I'd know that pie blindfolded in the dark. The woman in the apron is my sister Sarah. She doesn't see me. She's busy selling my mother's food to strangers using our dead mom's name, and I am standing there holding a sample cup like a man witnessing a robbery in slow motion. I walked up. She saw me. The blood left her face so fast I thought she might pass out into a tray of empanadas. "Hi, Sarah." Marcus. I can explain. She had been selling Mom's food for 6 months at farmers markets. She'd built a small business. She had an Instagram. She had regular customers. She had a logo. The logo was Mom's signature. The signature she used on birthday cards. Sarah scanned it and turned it into branding. "Sarah, you took Mom's signature and put it on a sign. It's a tribute. It's a trademark." I asked how she got the recipes ready for selling. She said, "I just used the box. The box. Mom's box. The one she's been hoarding for 3 years, saying it was too painful to cook from. She's been cooking from it for 6 months, just not for us." Here's where it gets complicated, because I was furious. Then I asked how the business was doing. She said, "I made $14,000 last month." $14,000 in 1 month selling Mom's lasagna and apple pie at a farmer's market. Mom would have lost her mind, in a good way. Mom always said her food was too good to give away for free, but she gave it away for free her entire life. Sarah finally charged for it, and people were lining up to pay. I didn't know what to feel. Pride that Mom's food was finally getting paid for. Anger that my sister did it in secret. Confusion about who actually owns recipes that came from grandmothers and great-grandmothers and were handed down for free. I called the family meeting, brought Sarah, made her bring the recipe box, made her bring the financial statements, the whole tribunal. My brother Eli was the maddest. "You hid this for 6 months. You used Mom's name. You profited off our dead mother and didn't tell any of us." Sarah said, "I didn't tell you because I knew you'd react like this." I said, "We're reacting like this because you hid it. If you'd told us, we'd have helped." Sarah said, "Would you? Or would you have argued about the recipes for 6 months while I tried to start something?" "Eli, you don't even cook. What would you have contributed besides opinions?" Eli went quiet. "Because Eli doesn't cook." Eli once microwaved a metal fork and almost burned down his apartment. Sarah said, "I wasn't trying to steal Mom. I was trying to keep her. Every time I make her lasagna, I hear her voice in the kitchen. Every time I plate the pie, I see her hands. I'm not selling food. I'm selling 30 minutes of having my mom back, and other people are paying me to feel that with me." That hit hard. Then she said, "And I can't make $14,000 a month sitting at family dinners arguing about whose grief is more legitimate." We sat with that. Then Eli said, "I get 30% if I help with the business plan." He turned it into a negotiation. The man who was morally outraged 4 minutes ago was now asking for equity. Sarah laughed. Actually laughed. First time in 3 years she'd laughed about mom-related anything. She said, "I'll give you 10%, but you can't touch the recipes. We're in business now. Family business. Sarah cooks. Eli does the books. I run the social media. My wife designs the labels." The first official family meeting was last Tuesday. We argued about whether the lasagna should be called Mom's Lasagna or Carla's Classic. We settled on Carla's Classic. Mom would have hated it. She would have loved it. Both. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Same time Mom used to call me to ask if I'd eaten that day. We sell out every Saturday now. Mom would have laughed. She always said her food was worth fighting over. She just didn't know we'd be fighting over it after she was gone, or that the fighting would bring us back together.